welcome to Orlando. Again, I know you guys have been here like a million zillion times. But what's it like? I've been a Paramore fan for a very long time, so I've seen you guys go from like playing the Social here to House Blues to Hard Rock, and now you're doing arena tours, and it's just insane. I mean, I know like in the UK you guys do that kind of stuff, but what's it like doing a huge arena tour, in your home country?
It definitely feels. I don't want to say it feels more real, but it's crazy because the UK for us and overseas took off a lot quicker. And
yeah, you guys like sold out Wembley. Was it last year or something?
Yeah, and we've been able to do big shows over there and big festivals too. That's another thing is they have massive festivals, and we've always been a part of those. And to be able to come back home, after we've done millions of theater runs and clubs and all that stuff, and to be able to put on the kind of show that we put on overseas and show our fans here, like, yeah, we can do this. Like, this is what we do. This is
Fair flip, we're kind of a big deal now.
It feels really good. It just feels like, I don't know. I feel like we've worked really, really hard to get to this point, and it's nice to see it happening,
Definitely. And then with the second single off the album, Still Into You, it's crazy how big it's gotten, I feel like, so quickly. I mean, I remember the first time Rick played it for me, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. But how is that kind of like hearing your song everywhere, essentially? I mean, I know that you guys wrote the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so kind of, I want to know, as a Paramore fan, how did it kind of, is it all about your experiences, or?
That song in particular is, I mean, we don't have a lot of love songs.
I know.
I don't typically write about that stuff. I tend to write more about the things we go through, the way that we see the world from our vantage point, from the way that we're experiencing things on a daily basis. And so some of the songs tend to be about the three of our friendships, or something that one of us is going through that I've always written the lyrics, but a lot of it so much has to do with how the music sounds and the way that it feels, I mean, you're not obviously not going to write like a happy, pretty song over, angsty or darker music, We've always been angsty band, like we've always done that.
Yeah.
And this record was our chance to.
I feel like this one's like pulling at the heartstrings, like in a happy way.
Yeah, we wanted it to be positive, But I mean, yeah, Still Into You is a little bit more personal, I think, than the rest of. I don't know. It's not more personal. It's just a different point of view. My take on a love song and our take on a love song too. It's not sappy. It's very fun and upbeat.
Definitely. So what was it like, if you can remember, the first time you played it for Chad?
I think he was really shy.
He was.
I tried to get him to come into the room like, I gotta play you a song. We got a song about you. And he just was like, this is really cool. Really quiet.
Oh, yeah, I saw, they were here last night and I went to the show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny, we're following each other the next month. It'll be like 3 hours apart for the rest of the year.
Notes on the wall.
Torture.
Yeah, it's funny. But anyways, I mean, it's cool. We just don't have a lot of songs that kind of are about love relationships, That's just never been our bag. But it's nice to have one, or a couple on the record that just feel good.
I feel like it's definitely something that people can relate to as well.
Awesome.
I feel like that's why, it works so well. It's like,
That's right.
this reminds me of, being in love, and it's great. But yeah, I'm so happy for you guys. It's awesome. What is Christmas going to be like for you guys this year? I know you have a baby on the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy Christmas.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Baby Davis.
She's due on Christmas Eve, so literally
Oh,
it
wow.
might be Christmas.
In the hospital.
I don't know, yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting. The end of this year, we'll have a new little
I can't wait.
para
The first
family.
para baby.
Yeah, para baby.
We've always talked about, like, we can't wait to the day where there's a little kid with just this huge head.
Headphones.
That is going to be, like, one of my career highlights.
Yeah.
Just seeing that.
That's
Knowing
gonna
that it's
be
one of
great.
ours.
It's cool. She's a little girl too.
I
That's
know.
exciting.
That's always, you're
Yeah.
like, please
Great,
stay a baby
great.
forever.
Yeah.
I know that you guys released your new video for Daydreaming today.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the next single?
It is
Here?
in the UK.
Okay.
I don't think we're doing that over here.
It's not here, yeah. We still get a little bit confused by how radio works over there, but they needed another one, so we were like, okay.
Everything
So-
works so much faster over there.
So
Yeah.
much faster.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
And yeah, they're like, we have to have 2 music videos with this song. Duh, come on.
Wait, so is there another one?
No,
Oh,
I'm just
I was like,
kidding.
'cause
It
this
just
one's
seems
more
like
like
it
a
never
live-
stops.
Yeah.
Like
It
it
is
seems
like
like
that.
you can never really please them. It's like even if we made 2, they would be looking for a third. You know?
All right, so really quick, what's the idea behind the tattoos?
Oh.
Or the I know it's
these
kind of like
things.
Oh, you
I-
mean
The
these?
bars.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what this
The
is?
bars.
Oh.
They are.
Wait, are these permanent?
Yeah. With
Air
all our
vents.
powers combined, we are.
What year did we get these, you guys? 2011? 11?
2011.
Yeah.
Warped Tour.
Yeah, that's right. We I mean, it's
You guys
us.
tattoos on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Not always a good idea.
Yeah.
So you know.
I've gotten 2 on Warped Tour.
I had to get mine fixed up. Didn't turn out so good the first time.
Still gotta go to get mine fixed.
There, I mean, it's pretty simple, symbolic, you know, to the fact that there's 3 of us, and I mean, but I think the part that gets a little deeper, that's kind of hard to explain, is like the 3. It's made up of negative space, which is our skin. The thing that actually makes it an image is the bars, is the frame around it, you know, which that sort of to us is symbolic of our fans, our families, our crew on the road, who are basically our family. I mean, 99% of the time, you know, and everyone that just like makes Paramore happen. So, I mean, yeah, there's 3 of us for sure, but it's made up of a lot more than that. So this was the first thing that we got matching with each other. We've wanted to do that for a while.
For life.
Yeah,
For
can't get
life.
rid of that. Well, I guess now you can.
yeah.
It's
We
really
can make that
Now
happen.
you can.
I know that. I feel like you guys are around my age, and some of the bands that we kind of grew up listening to, they're just not playing, or they're taking a break, or they have kids now. Why do you think Paramore has been able to make it almost 8 years now?
Yeah.
With all the changes and all that kind of stuff.
Oh man. Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't know. I think I feel like we've got a pretty good work ethic, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like, we just love being able to give our fans, like, everything we can everywhere. And the fact is that it's kind of, it has grown to more of an international situation, so it's like, it seems like that adds a lot more work. So I feel like we're always gone, and always, our head is always thinking about what's next. So even with all the stuff that's going on in between, our fans have felt that and been really supportive and really been our foundation. And I mean, I think that really is the important thing, and I think they feel it, and I know that we can tell. I mean, the kids that have, there's some kids that have skipped the line passes, and they'll be there at like 8 or 9 in the morning just to hang out with everyone out in the crowd. out in the line, and I just feel like they have a really good community. So I feel like that feeling makes people feel like they have a home, and I don't know, we are like, have big open welcoming arms. I feel like that's a good reason for people to stick around.
Definitely. Actually, last night at the Newfound Glory show, Toby from H2O, it actually made me feel really old, but he said, he kind of started talking a little bit, and he said, this is like, I feel like music in general, but he said punk rock is something that lives inside of you. And I felt like that was so true to just like music in general, and kind of like, I can, relate that to you guys as well, because definitely, I mean, you see the fans, they go crazy, and like the positive energy, like everything is just. Last question I have for you, Haley. I've been having this debate with my boyfriend. He does like stuff like Zed, he's a producer.
Oh, cool.
And he says that he thinks you wrote the lyrics to Stay the Night, but I said no. I was like, I don't think Haley would write something like that.
No.
So you did it.
I didn't write the chorus. I wrote the second verse,
Okay.
I'm a fire, you're gasoline.
Mhm.
I wrote that verse. It wasn't like a finished song. I also wrote the counter melody that comes in. I don't know I'm not sure which version they're playing on the radio every day, but it's the When We Get Burned, We Never Learn line, and it sort of shows up a couple times, but the song got sent to me, half finished, and they were like, we need a second verse, and I was like, let me do it. So it was really cool. I've never experienced, I don't really co-write, and I mean, like, we write for Paramore, and that's it,
Yeah.
So it was a cool experience just to have, a different sort of backdrop to write to paint on, you know, like
Exactly,
to collaborate with, and that's cool. It's not something I think I would do all the time, you know. I don't think I don't feel like good at that, but it was, you know, it just was an added bonus.